All right, people. So I was venturing on the popular section of the YouTube videos, and I came across it was Jimmy Kimmel, I believe. I always get Kimmel and Fallon mixed up, but I think it was Jimmy Kimmel doing some retarded ass song with Brian Williams from, I believe, NBC News. And they're talking about Obama's immigration bullshit, and they're like singing about it, laughing about it, and kind of, they weren't really taking too much of a side on it, but they were kind of pushing and saying, yo, it's good that Obama took this action. Because they're like, yeah, Congress won't do anything about it, and so Obama had to do his shit or whatever. So they were kind of siding for Obama. And again, this is just more of the brainwashing put forth on the TV. There's tons of it on the television. Just total brainwashing to get you to, just you don't realize it. But I mean, even Eric Holder admitted that we have to brainwash people into believing that guns are bad. So a lot of programs really try to brainwash you into believing in usually fascist or communist ideas. That's what they do. They call them liberal, but in reality, most of the liberal, or a lot of liberal ideas are communist, like taking away the Second Amendment. So let's go to Obama here, admitting, I got it on my phone, admitting he changed the law. So first off, these ladies in the crowd or whatever, they're, yelling to Obama like, oh, you deported people. Oh yeah, we actually followed the law. Whoever deported people, yeah, we actually followed the law. Oh my God, what a horrible, evil thing to do. Hitlerian thing to do. We actually followed the law. Oh my God. So and then Obama addresses them. So here we go.
We'll talk honestly about these issues. All right. Now, you're absolutely right that there have been significant numbers of deportations. That's true. But what you're not paying attention to is the fact that I just took an action to change the law.
Oh yeah, let's clap it up for Obama. How could you clap for that? Seriously. Yeah, let's just clap it up for Obama. Big round of applause, Obama, for changing the law. Holy shit, like, why would you clap for that? So I've got my handy dandy pocket constitution book out here. And it says here, if you go to, what section is it? Article 1, Section 9, no, Section 8, and it's the last clause, the necessary and proper clause of the Constitution. Yeah, it's actually a Constitution, people. So, Obama, yeah, we actually have a Constitution. Let me read you the last of the clauses of Section 8, Article 1. And this is talking about the powers of Congress. I believe it says, but this is powers of, Article 1 is all about the powers of the legislative branch. Article 2 is executive. Article 3 is judicial. So this says, to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution and the government of the United States or in any department or office thereof. So there you go, people. To make all laws necessary and proper. So right there in the Constitution says Congress has the power to make laws. Yet Obama says he made the law. He changed the law. So he's admitting to being unconstitutional. And I admire Obama for admitting he's a criminal. Because, if you murder somebody and you admit it, I don't admire that person, but I guess I take more pity upon the person who admits to murder as opposed to the person who tries to run away. So I guess I could, I admire Obama a little bit more for at least admitting he's a criminal. And why aren't Republicans calling for his impeachment? I mean, he's admitted to breaking the law out and open. It's not like they got a microphone on it, like a secret microphone on it. He's admitted to breaking the law in public. Like, why aren't Republicans calling for his arrest or his impeachment? This is an impeachable offense right here. So then let's go to the White House press secretary, Josh Earnest, saying that he was just speaking I can't even pronounce. The definition of it is it means it's like not formal. I can't even fucking say it, but colloquially, I don't know. But let me go to this video.
I just took action to change the law. Did the president misspeak in a moment of passion, trying to calm the crowd, or does he fundamentally, do you fundamentally believe that he has taken action to change the law?
I think he was speaking colloquially.
Colloquial, that's the word. Colloquial. See, they say this intelligent word to make it seem like, oh, we're great. And so the explanation is, oh, he was just speaking informally. And you notice how they always call illegal aliens, undocumented people, undocumented workers, immigrants, refugees. They give them these new names. And the government is really great at giving things new names. Like they call war counterterrorism, they call torture enhanced interrogation. They make up new words for things so then it's legal, or to make it sound better. So illegals, it's like saying a murderer's, a citizen, or it's like giving a murderer, a good name. It's like taking a criminal and calling them a good thing. I mean, it's totally retarded. And again, this is just more of the brainwashing. It's basically legalizing illegals. It's legalizing the law. It's making a law. It's like saying with the murder. Oh, if you had hatred towards a person, then it's okay to murder. It's kind of it's not to that extent what Obama did, but it's that's just a comparison, people. So then, all these people like Jimmy Kimmel who love Obama are saying, oh yeah, it's all funny, he legalized illegals. And those people in the crowd clap. Yeah, let's clap. Obama, once again, broke the Constitution. Admittedly, impeachable offense. End of story. He should be impeached. He should be removed from office. And if the Republicans don't impeach this criminal, then the Republicans are equally part of the problem. Because as a representative, something called checks and balances. What's it called? The Madison model, I believe it's called too. So I think it was James Madison's idea to have checks and balances, which means one part of the government checks the other part of the government. It's a major part that makes sure that we don't have a dictatorship. But that's gone. That's out of the window. Now we have Obama running roughshod. We have the Republicans who aren't doing shit. Like Mitch McConnell, John Boehner, who aren't calling for his impeachment. They're like, oh, I send fucking Boehner an email, like, impeach this guy. And I get back, here's my 5-point response. Yeah, how about I have a 1-point response? Impeach Obama. That's my point. It's either like, oh, we're going to do lawsuits or whatever, which aren't going to go anywhere. We're going to file a lawsuit against Obama. No. How about we call for impeachment, all right? That's what we should be calling for, impeachment. I don't see any Republicans calling for impeachment. I saw Crowdhammer or whatever on, I don't even know who the fuck that is, but I saw him on Fox. I think Napolitano has said, after the Bergdahl thing, we could impeach Obama. Andrew Napolitano, that is. But nobody I see calling for impeachment in office. This Obama, he's just such a criminal. Such a fucking fascist, communist criminal. I mean, it's sick how much he gets away with and nobody cares. And even if you agree with open borders, you should be totally against this, because this symbolizes lawlessness of America. This symbolizes a dictatorship taking place. And it just shows how the Republicans are just the same. They aren't calling for his impeachment. They're like, oh, Obama's bad, Obama's this. But they're not calling for the impeachment of Barack Obama. I just don't get it, people. You got You know, it says like 40% of the people still approve of his job as president. Are you fucking serious? That number's gotta be overhyped. It's gotta be altered. I mean, it's just so depressing how Obama and all these criminals inside the government can get away with all this shit. And people are just too busy, you know, too busy watching 7-second vines, too busy on Twitter, too busy whatever, playing sports, watching sports, sitting on their asses. And they don't get involved in society. It's frustrating, you know, to see something that is so out in the open. He's admittedly a criminal. And nobody gives a shit. Admittedly, he admitted to breaking. You know, normally when a murderer admits to killing somebody, they arrest him. But I guess Obama gets a free pass. You know, just a free pass. So there you go, people. You know, Obama breaks the law, admittedly, and nobody gives a shit. So there you go, people.